Navy's Indo-Pak War, 1971. That was the glorious time for the Indian Navy to prove itself. The first book on that war. And then there are two sides to the story, East-West Pakistan. And the second book, which gives you the complete details of the war.
I'm Commodore retired Ranjit Rai, the author of A Nation and Its Navy at War. The story of the 1971 war, which was a turning point in the history of the Indian Navy and probably in the history of India. It was the first war that India won. Bangladesh came into being. The actions of the Indian Navy on the 4th of December by the killers, the Osa-class missile boats, which sunk 3 ships, were absolutely the beginnings of missile warfare in the world. It turned the tide for the Indian Navy, and the Indian Navy, which today is growing as the fastest navy in the Indian Ocean, is recognized as a professional navy. It is the war effort, the pride of the 1971 war, which makes the Navy what it is today. But on 4th December early morning, under Dawn Conquest, 4 hunters attacked the tanks of Kemari. It probably gave the Navy an easier time, but the Navy this only lost INS Kukri to a submarine of Pakistan. In the east, INS Vikrant and the ships afforded the Indian Air Force a quick control and command of the skies.
And the political and military events are well known. East and West Pakistan, repression in East Pakistan. The chiefs of staffs gave direction what to do. Naval directions were also very clear. Kissinger had gone to China to meet Mao. Wars are won by the strategists even before they have begun. Mrs. Gandhi won the war for the government, and the government has not released the critical records of the dramatists personally tell you about the war. Nixon snubbed Mrs. Gandhi, called her name, but she liberated Bangladesh, supported by her military. Vajpayee called her Durga, media called her Supreme Commander, Jagjeevan Ram Defense, Swaran Singh Foreign Affairs, Y.B. Chavan Finance, and J.B. Lal, Secretary, did their duty. India had Field Marshal Sam Bahadur Manekshaw. Do I say anything more? Navy had Admiral Nanda in 1965. He said he would go to Karachi, and he did twice. Air Chief Marshal Lal rose the Air Force to the skies. Admiral Kohli was hesitant, but rose to Trident and Python. Admiral Kamath, South, Sarma, Eastern Fleet, Gandhi flag captain on Mysore, and Admiral Kurula, guided by the fleet operations officer, said we are sighted, then went away from Karachi. Captain Swaraj Prakash Mahavir Chakra Vikrant. Since the East, Admiral Krishna's motto was attack, attack, attack. Captain Abati and Commander Ramdas, Brahmputra Veer Chakra. Captain Mullah, Mahavir Chakra, went down with his men. And Babru Yadav, Mahavir Chakra, 25th Missile Squadron. Admiral Diwan, commanding the Eastern Air, and the Bengali DNI, Captain M.K. Roy, set up the Mukti Bahini. It is said President Nixon called him and called Mrs. Gandhi a bitch in private. Nixon said, if India pokes its nose into West Pakistan, it will be tossed a lesson. NSA Kissinger said, Mrs. Prime Minister, you could have been more polite to the President. She said, I will do what I want to. P.N. Aksar told Mrs. Gandhi to go round the world before thinking of war, and she did. Prime Minister Bhutto stopped Mujibur Rahman and paid for his life because the Awami League Party got leadership, but he refused to give it to them. Admiral Gorshkov, what can one say about him? He loved the Indian Navy. I was his liaison officer 3 times. He gave the Osa boats, and with Grechkov, he was the friend of India, General Grechkov. General Osmani, chief of the Mukti Bahini and Bangladesh Navy, when General Niazi capitulated. And what can one say? General Jacob, famous for his dash to Dhaka. No doubt about that. Captain Gupta, Mahavir Chakra, to the aircraft of the Seahawks, and the Kavina to Karachi. But above all, the artificers, the sailors of the Indian Navy, they were the heroes of the war. They run the Navy, they are highly educated, they are highly motivated when you live on a ship. And that is the Indian Navy that is built by olders and the big building today of the Indian Navy. Then we move on to the fleets. The Eastern Fleet, which had Admiral Corvella in the east, Captain Sarma was given the Vikrant. Then there was the Kadmat, and there was the other ships of the Navy, which were all given to the Eastern Command. And of course, the Southern Naval Command had the Amba and other ships. And of course, the Western Fleet, flagship INS Mysore, Captain Gandhi, Admiral Corvella. Then there was the Krishna, there was Singh, there was Kachal, Kadmat. They all went to Kiltan, went to Karachi. And of course, there were the other missile boats. There was the Karanj and the Kursura. There was the Kovri, the Krishna. And these ships took part in the war. They were the heroes of the naval war of 1971. They should not be forgotten. INST, Ranjit, the Pakistan Navy under Admiral Hassan, and of course the repressive General Yahya Khan. The Navy was no match, but hunger got kukri, and that is something India has to remember. Never again a country like Pakistan. So the Pakistan had to deal with the Indian government, President Ghani, Mrs. Gandhi, the ministers, the admirals, and the generals of India, including Sam Bahadur Manekshaw. That was the lineup for the 1971 war that the Indian Navy contributed in a war for the first time. The man who bombed Karachi, the chiefs with Jagjeevan Ram, the oil tanks on one side of the country, Mysore, the flagship, were turned away.
In the evening of 3rd December 1971, Pakistan launched an unprecedented and unprovoked attack on the airfields of India.
Pakistan launched a full-scale war against us. The Pakistan Air Force suddenly struck at our airfields in Amritsar, Pathankot, Srinagar, Avantipur, Uttarlai, Jodhpur, Ambala and Agra. भारत केवल भूमि, पहाड़ और नदी नहीं, भारत केवल 6 लाख गांव व नगर नहीं, भारत उसकी 55 करोड़ संतान ही नहीं, भारत एक भावना है. Today, the war in Bangladesh has become a war on India.
In keeping with the highest traditions of our glorious motherland, our armed forces responded to the nation's call with valor, commitment, and courage.
And the missile boats were on their way to Karachi, hugging the coast and on the east the aircraft and the elite of the war. And Admiral Nanda asked, "Where is the fleet?" It was in the radio silence, but he said those famous words, "Pakistan has committed an aggression unprovoked against us, and our defense forces have been ordered to meet the challenge with full courage and determination. My objective is to seek and destroy Pakistani warships, and alongside with the sister service, to inflict maximum damage on the enemy war machine. No sacrifice should be too much for us. Let us write a new chapter in the history of India." Admiral Krishnan in the east, a brainy man, Admiral Kohli in the west rose to the occasion. And there you are, the ships were at sea, ready to do what they wanted to do. And the ships at sea were all ready to take on their task, and with their weapons ready to go, the guns going blazing, and their engines running at full lick. The men were all charged in the 1971 war. It was an occasion and a time for India to remember. The missile boats had gone to Karachi, and Nirigat, I.J. Sharma fired the first missile of the 25th Missile Vessel Squadron, and it went straight, and that missile went straight into Khyber. It exploded. That was the first kill. 2,000 hours, that is what they did, approaching Operation Trident. So we should repeat that and understand what happened in Operation Trident. They crept up slowly somewhere along the Saurashtra coast after having been towed to Porbandar. and there was the target, Pakistan. As they approached Karachi, and the radar Rangoon showed them the first target, and bang went Khyber, followed by Kavina, who charged off his 2 missiles and got Venus Challenger. And then came Veer, and Veer got Muhafiz. There was, of course, 1 missile fired, and there you are, Muhafiz going down. 1 missile was fired to the coast, but Captain Gopal Rao saw it go down on the beach. And then there was a retreat. Kaltan carried on going towards Karachi, but the missile boats which had hit, and Veer, the last one, turning back to go back to their rendezvous. In the distance, giving those famous words, Operation Trident successful. Good. Keep hitting. Of Admiral Krishnan. Operation Python on the 8th. Again, Vinash with Trishul Talwar was on its way to Karachi. It hit first the Kemari tanks, which the fires had just been put off, and then hit Dhaka. And then it also hit Harmattan. So there is what Captain Nair on Trishul said. This is the best Diwali we have seen. That was the style with which the aircraft carrier also was acting. Salute to the Navy, Times of India reported. Karachi shelled the port again. All shipping is now under the Navy. Indian Navy, said Ram. General Niazi had no option but to capitulate. And there you are, looking at the surrender, reading the word General Arora, behind him Admiral Krishnan Diwan, accepted the surrender, which was supervised by General Jacob. The names of the missile boat captains: Mahavir Chakra, Commander Babru Yadav, Veer Chakras,
class of missile vessels in 1987.
Oh, then the fight goes on to the east in more detail. Vikrant, the Queen, in the east. The Seahawks in the east. The weapons of the Elise aircraft. And there you are at Elise taking off. And the Brahmaputra with Captain Avati and Commander Ramdas. They struck havoc into the eastern wing of Pakistan. Total havoc they could do. Ships on fire, a complete blockade, and the oil tanks again. And unfortunately, third, Ghazi went down. She thought she was in Vishakhapatnam, but actually it was coming from Andamans. Unfortunately, INS Kukri went down. 176 sailors and 8 officers. There are the survivors. Who did it? PNS Hangur, Admiral Tasneem. He stopped.
Admiral Bhasin, you went to Porbandar, you got the TP ready. I hear you kissed the missile and said, send it to Karachi. And you were the youngest to get a VSM. Tell me all about it.
It's true. We were trained in Russia for about a year, and when we came back, we were running against time to set up the TP so that we were able to use these in the forthcoming war scenario, which was prevalent in the country at that juncture in time. It is also true that I did kiss the missile, and it did go and hit the target. That is the best part of it. And regarding my VSM, it was, I think, more of a teamwork, and each one, my whole team was representing. I was representing the whole team, and as a result, the whole team got the VSM, not only me.
I'm Commander SS Ahuja, 41st NDA Coast, and during 71 war we were 6 summers in NDA, and we were watching as cadets and wanting to be, was desperate to go on to our ships to see how the war was taking place, and we had a dinner night when Kukri sank, and we were all eager to go to ships.
Commander Arun Mathur, I was actively involved in the 1971 war. Across the Western Fleet. There was a fleet of ships which had a specific task to do, and we had on the 4th of night we have the missiles, firing missiles into the Karachi harbour. I was stationed on board INS Sagardeep, which was declared as a hospital ship, wherein we were in action. We could see aircrafts flying, the fleet of about 17 ships, commanded by the fleet commander then.
I am Commodore Kunte. During the 71 war, I was officer charge in Petia Training School in Vizag. But I have a very interesting story. One day I asked Admiral Nanda as to how he convinced the government about his plan to attack Karachi. He replied, one morning I walked across to One Akbar Road to Mrs. Gandhi's office and I told her about our naval plans. So she said, but Admiral, how can you? So I said to her, Madam, you take a political decision and leave the naval decision to me. And she replied, all right, Admiral, go ahead. That was the type of Prime Minister we had at that time. And that's why the 71 war went through so smoothly. Thank you.
Commodore P.S. Bawa, submariner. My submarine INS Kursra was deployed off Karachi from early November to early December in 1971. We were waiting for enemy to come out, and when they carried out their first operation, we had just been relieved by another submarine and we were on our way back to Bombay. Regrettably, during our stay, none of the Pakistani ships had come out to sea, so that INS Karanj, we RV'd each other nearly 400 miles away from Karachi. We were dived, and at the point where we were supposed to meet, it just happened. We were both submarines and we sighted each other's periscope, and then we surfaced and exchanged our information before Karanj could go and deploy in our submarine area. Navigation was so accurate without any of the modern aids, but still both submarines surfaced within one cable of each other.
Commodore Anil Dheer, from again a submariner. I had wonderful two tenures that I remember wonderfully, that tickles me a lot, and the story is similar to what Commodore Bawa has spoken. He was the XO, I was the electrical officer. And it was an experience of lifetime yet again. We were off Karachi, so close to it, waiting for anyone to come out to shoot them down. Fact remains, maybe the war could have been started, Indo-Pak War of 1971, by INS Kursura. It's a fact. For we were there.
I'm Commodore Lalit Shankar. I was in the Navy in 1965 as a cadet. 71, I was doing my long course, and I was doing duties in the MOR. And I can say that 1971 proved what we were capable of, and we had trade control, we sunk ships, and as far as I was concerned, I was again in the background. Thank you.
My name is Commodore K.B. Suri, and when I look back and see that in 1971, I was posted in Jamnagar. We have a training establishment there, INS Valsura. We were very close to Pakistan, and we were visited every night by the fighters and bombers from Pakistan, and they tried to bomb us, but without success. And during that time, we gave all the radar coverage and assistance to the Air Force station that was also in Jamnagar.
Commodore Ashwini Mehra, please tell us, in the 71 war, how, as a commanding officer of the Seahawk Squadron, you were called back onto Vikrant and you took part in the war.
Yes, I was a staff officer in the Aviation Directorate in New Delhi when the 71 operations were likely to start. In October, few experienced pilots were posted back to the squadron because the Vikrant was not fully operational during the previous few months. It was made operational for these operations, and as such, the experienced pilots, there was a shortage in the squadron. So all the old experienced pilots, such as myself, Commander Gulab Israni, Commander P.D. Sharma, Commander Vinod Pasicha, we all went back to the squadron and did a month or two of on-board flying, armament practices, and we were all operational by the time the ship was ready to take actual part in operation in early December.
Just a little of the operation, how you were decorated.
Well, I would say that I didn't do anything extraordinary to be decorated, because all of us took part in the same kind of missions that I did. That is basically bombarding shipping in Chittagong Harbour, up and down the Karnafuli River, and the first day strike on Cox's Bazar, which was a bit of a disappointment because there was nothing there to strike. However, in one of my missions, I did manage to get a direct hit on a oil tanker which was berthed alongside, and that tanker exploded into 3 parts, which was widely circulated in the Indian newspapers as accurate bombardment by Indian naval aircraft. However, most of our pilots did similar accurate attacks in other parts of Chittagong. I suppose some people have to be that much luckier to get the award.
Well, you're being very modest, but you got a Veer Chakra for it.
I did get a Veer Chakra, and I once again must admit that I don't think I did anything extraordinary compared to other pilots in the squadron.
That is exactly the Indian Navy. He got a Veer Chakra, but he said he did nothing extraordinary. He served his country.
Morning, I'm Commodore Kamal Rai. I'm a submariner from the Indian Navy. I retired in 1998. However, when I was a young officer, a lieutenant, I was the navigating officer of INS Kursura, the famous Kursura, which had gone for the war, 71 war, before the war had started. We had a terrific time doing operation patrol off Karachi Harbour, about 60 nautical miles southwest of Karachi Harbour. But one of the things that I remember most about this particular operation is that we had to head back to Bombay via Vengrula lighthouse, and we were given a RV point of Vengrula about 90 nautical miles. And the most important aspect of this heading back was a rendezvous with INS Vela. We were to rendezvous INS Calvary under Admiral Shekhawat then. He was, I think, a commander. And we were to rendezvous, coming underwater till we were about 1 nautical mile from each other. The officer and sailor are professional to the core. When you are a professional person, then tension is of no consequence. It is the job at hand which really inspire or motivate you to do what you must do.
The executive officer of INS Karanj. Karanj was deployed at that time, even before the war broke out. We were awaiting a message from the naval headquarters for a possible attack, and that is the time when we moved into our operating area, which was off the coast of Karachi itself. Well, I think the positive identification was possibly our biggest worry.
And during 1971 war, I was in Okha, Noik, Kathiawar, and there were frequency of air attacks from Pakistan there at that time, and the 2 aircraft was shot down also, and we had some Burma oil shells, big shells. They were also hit by them and burned over there on the occasion. In between, I had gone to Kandla also.
Was the kind of skills and practice that we were used. Crew put together, not one that had operated and trained together for war for many months. It was within a few weeks put together and operationalized. That was the strength of it.
Morale was very high because we had heard that the Enterprise was round the corner coming through the Malacca Straits, and at that stage in life we were not bothered whether the Enterprise was there or any other ship was there. Our aim was to defend the nation and do our best as the Indian Navy, and it was totally professional at that time.
Thank you.
Had started electronic warfare in the inter-services system.
This was the end of the 93,000 soldiers, prisoners of war, the survivors of Kukri, General Ghazi walking for the surrender, and, of course, the two chiefs. Jagjeevan Ram, Defence Minister, went down to Bombay, a captured ship. Mrs. Gandhi, the hero, the heroine, the soldiers who got injured. Mukti Bahini, the other heroes. President received the third. D.B. Dhar, ambassador in Russia, was called back. Mrs. Gandhi sent him to meet Field Marshal Manekshaw, and they said, Lieutenant General Kandit, in tentative headquarters just before the war, and said, please go easy on West Pakistan. Mrs. Gandhi was under pressure from Russia and from United States of America. Very important point that Dhar is telling Field Marshal Manekshaw, which he told me, there were constraints on me, the aircraft on taking off from Vikrant, and Captain Gopal Rao saw Veer's missile hit the beach, because that is what happened on 4th. Air Force got Kamari, not the Navy. And this is the Mukti Bahini heroes. Master Chief Petty Officer Chiman Singh in the centre. Captain Kapil on the left, Veer Chakra, Mahaveer Chakra Chiman Singh, and Captain Samant, Operation X, Mukti Bahini, which was actually the navigators for the Army and for the Air Force and for the Indian Navy. The Mukti Bahini won the Audito. And now the two happy admirals, and Admiral Krishnan showing the President what was on the Ghazi, Admiral Gandhi with Mrs. Gandhi, and this lovely picture on a Navy day as the missiles were being unloaded. Officers like Lieutenant Commander J.K. Roy Chaudhary, they were the officers Mahaveer Chakra on Palash. He went to Khulna. Glory time for the aviators also. Mrs. Gandhi went and addressed, and there is the surrender photo. This is a historic photograph of the Simla Agreement. India has no option as per Geneva Convention but to return the soldiers. Mrs. Gandhi was under pressure that Russia and America both said you cannot take parts of Pakistan. Of course, we come to the surrender. Once again, the surrender and the Simla Agreement are joined together. Simla Agreement we had to give up. How long, according to Geneva and the chiefs understood. She congratulated the chiefs. But the story continues because the Simla Agreement is controversial. We must understand, Karaj, who went to Karachi, Enterprise came, the divers of the Indian Navy. But this book by Chandragupta Das Gupta, Chandrasekhar Das Gupta, needs some statement. Government does not release war records. So this book is very good for political purposes, for what the IFS done. But I can quote Rudyard Kipling in The Charge of the Light Brigade. In times of war and not before, God and the soldier we adore. But in times of peace and all things right, God is forgotten and the soldier cited. It is about our foreign service and about the political rigmaroles, not the war, except a chapter on military plans bashing. And of course, Field Marshal Manekshaw, Sam Bahadur warned Mrs. Gandhi in April, monsoon was not on for war. But Das Gupta knows politicians use a military statement for their own purposes. History of India is available in missions abroad and in death to serve. So Das Gupta, just like Ambassador Raghavan for Pakistan, has written the best book on Bangladesh, but not on the war. It is a book worth reading. This is a video done on iPhone. Apologies for something. But two things you must know. The treaty offered to the Soviet Union, a similar one, Rasgotra writes in his book, was offered to the United States by Swaran Singh and Ambassador Jama. Another thing, Russia sailed the 10th Battle Fleet, Admiral Vladimir Kronogrov. That is what saved us from the Enterprise. Books worth reading, also 25th Missile Boat Squadron book. And thanks to Aviation Defence Universe that we have this. But come to my museum. Welcome to New Delhi's only maritime museum. The seas are important. बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है. बच्चे उनके पिताजी के साथ, स्कूल टीचर के साथ आइए C443 डिफेंस कॉलोनी बेसमेंट मैरीटाइम म्यूजियम अपने देश की इतिहास जो हमारे समुद्र से हुई है, लड़ाई से हुई है, आपको पता चलेगा. Let's start with the decompression chamber the diver goes into and move on to INS Vikramaditya, the big 29K powerful aircraft, and the fleet review ships that took part, and the history of the Indian Navy. And then we come along to INS Delhi, the first Type 15 ship. Move on to the submarines and the torpedoes of the Indian Navy, and the history of the Indian Navy on a chart, and our important Coast Guard ships, that the second line of defense. And then we went on to a missile craft made in India, Atmam Nirbhar. That is what it is all about. The role of the Navy over the sea, under the sea, and above the sea. Then we move on to what is the various instruments used in the Indian Navy. And then we move on to Shannu Varana. Shannu Varana, the motto of the Indian Navy. From there we move on to the wheelhouse, the equipment of the Navy, the movie that we used to use in olden days, and come to the chart table and move from Commander Ignani, diving doctor, and then move into the corner, the 1971 war and the Battle of Britain in the medieval times.
Hi, I compliment you for the Naval Museum that you have made because it reflects the 71 war that we all wanted to know so much about. Thank you.
The final words, we should know that this war was historic. When I presented the book to Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, he said, have you written what it did to India's morale? Have you written what it did to India's economy? Have you written what actually India achieved? The fruits of it we are seeing today. Maritime power has to increase. So this is a tribute to those who took part in the 1971, a tribute to our leadership, and a tribute to the wonderful people of India who supported the three services. Jai Hind!